I cannot at this time, but the great officers in this building behind me are working on that. Yes, ma'am.
Have you, the gentleman, the man that we talked about on Saturday who has a gun, he jumped out in the fan area, you said that you were going to do follow-up on that. Has he been apprehended?
I do not know. I don't have a follow-up on that. As you can see, it's been coming at me left and right, but I will get an answer to that question. If you would talk to Gene, there's Gene, oh yeah, talk to Gene to make sure that he'll get the question and I can get back with you with that answer. Yes, sir, and then here.
Chief, I was wondering if you've had any instances where people are claiming to be members of the press, but after investigation or detainment, you find they are not.
That's a very good question. Claiming to be a member of the press is one thing, actually being an independent reporter is another, actually being a rioter and wanting to claim and hide behind many different other identities, such as I'm a peaceful protester, but then throw something, but then when apprehended, I'm a member of the media. We look into that 100%, and that's what we're talking about with that larger conversation that we need to have. We're going to set that up, just not with RPD, but with the city, that we could sit down so that outlets such as yourselves, and when you come out, that you understand, you know, what is a safe distance in case munitions or need to be used? What is a great way for us to actually see that you are the media? You know, there are some vests out there you can wear or jackets you can wear that, you know, you can actually have the label up underneath. But then if munitions are thrown or things get hot, you can actually pull it down to identify yourself as the media. And you know, we try to have an understanding of your job too, and sometimes being in a crowd, and I've seen it where hostile crowds are not exactly open and welcoming to the media themselves, and I think you guys have seen it yourself. Yes, ma'am.
In your opinion, Chief, what needs to happen in order for the rioting, the lawlessness to end in Richmond?
Everyone who wants or has a grievance or has a something to say, I believe everyone in Richmond has heard them, and many of those individuals have returned to their lives and are making a difference from where they sit, and actually started to have conversations from the table from where they sit to actually make change. I'm not quite sure what the individuals who are left on the street, and especially here in the last 2 days, I don't think they're interested in it stopping. So right now, RPD will continue our stance, and that is to make the city of Richmond safe. And we will also, for those who want to protest, we will help facilitate the First Amendment right, that First Amendment right. And here, then here.
Some videos on social media show protesters being arrested or threatened with arrest, either on the sidewalk by the road or away from the corner park. Why were they arrested if they were in the park?
They were in the park at first. Everyone who was arrested who tried to remove themselves from the park when they saw the police coming and were detained, they were unlawfully in the park first. And they were Excuse me?
Anybody who was leaving the park?
I did not say that. I said they were congregated in the park at first, and when the police came and they knew, and I think they knew that they were violating the rules and the law, they tried to move. They had already broken the law before we caught them on the sidewalk. I just want to make sure that that's clear. Yes, sir.
Is there any intelligence
I believe that goes back to another question earlier. We are monitoring as much as we can in any other flyers that come out, and we will make appropriate plans as needed. I'm sorry, I picked this location because I thought the truck would be a good backdrop of exactly what we're dealing with over the weekend. This is the result of the violence, but there's also the ambience of being in a city. So could you repeat the question? Correct. Yes. Oh no, that's a very good question, and I meant to bring that up. No chemical munitions were deployed last night.
So when they began arresting, it was just basically people in the park that got dispersed to clear.
Correct. Yes, and a lot of other people who were in the park who were moving quite rapidly away from there as quickly as they could because they knew. VCU was a problem, not a problem, but a partner in this, but VCU I'm not quite sure what their role was in that particular operation, but they've been a partner with us the entire time. So I don't know how many personnel or what personnel they had there, but they do have a vested interest in Monroe Park.
If you're deployed forward, that is on the Belvedere side of Monroe Park, people are moving to the back end. There was no officer group on the back end to close the...
Not that I know of, and that would be kind of an ethical dilemma, and that you're almost describing kettling, and that's not something we would do.
Well,
Okay.
the Gray Street was a lot of vandalism along Gray Street. One way that there weren't officers there close.
Yeah, we've been working on being very, very mobile and as rapid as we can. And like I said, we entered the park, we did make arrests there, but then others moved out very, very quickly because they knew what was coming, and it's possible that they did it. But we respond and get as many as we can. But I think last night we made some very significant arrests.
One last question. You've been, Chief Smith, you've been in this role for a few weeks now. Can I ask what you've learned since assuming the job about Richmond and protesters? Just what you've learned about this job and how it's different than Charlotte?
I'm not going to compare Charlotte because I'm here now. Both are great cities. But in reference to the general feeling about protesters and the conversations that I'm able to have with other citizens, general citizens are really kind of tired of it. They were kind of tired of the violence. This is not Richmond. This is not what they want to wake up to seeing in their paper. And they're just really tired of it. And they're ready for it to move on and go elsewhere. They're ready for everyone to come to the table and have those conversations about lasting and effective change.
All right.
All right.
I
Thank
have
you.
a release